Thanks for tuning into the channel. So today we're going to be making a video about going to CARMAX and getting your car appraised. Some of you are thinking about getting a new car and you want to know how much your car is worth. There are some ways that you can do it from the comfort of your house. There's Caleb Book, there's other websites, and you can even do CARMAX online. You don't always have to drive to a location. And when you go to the CARMAX dealership, a lot of times they're going to refer you to their online appraisal system. So the way it works, you can go on CARMAX.com, and once you're on the website, you can click on this little icon where it says trade or / sell your car. I believe that's what it says. You click on that, and all you're going to need is your VIN or your tag number. And as long as you put your tag or your VIN, it should populate your car. It's going to ask you some questions. Has the car been in an accident? The mileage, the condition, and if it's ever been in an accident, if there's any damage. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions. It's going to give you some boxes that you can check off, some options that your car has if it didn't already select it for you. And then you'll put your email, and at the end, it'll shoot you an instant value that's going to be good up to 7 days, so long as you're being honest on the website. Now, for most people, they're going to get that right in the comfort of their house. They're going to get that, an instant cash offer from, like I said, at home, easy, but not everyone. So, for example, I'm driving right now a 2023 Ford F150, and it's probably a truck that you see a lot on the road, but when I went on the website, just curious, end of the year, wanted to see how much the truck's worth. I filled everything out. It says it didn't shoot out an offer, and that happens with some cars. I don't know why it doesn't shoot in an offer. It'll say that they'll like to see the car. So in my case, for me to get an offer from CARMAX, I actually need to physically go there. So some of you, if you do this, you might experience, okay, great, I got an instant offer online. If you decide to sell your car to CARMAX, you would just drive it there. They'll verify that everything you said about your car is true, and then they'll write you a check. But for some of us, and I don't know what cars that they're going to shoot an instant offer, which ones you're going to have to drive down there, right? You're going to have to go through the steps. In my case, they said, look, we like to see your car in person. They didn't shoot out an offer. So I'm going to make a video, which I am right now. We're going to go down to CARMAX. We're going to do an in-person while they're appraising the vehicle. We'll go ahead, look at their inventory, see how their inventory is doing, see if they have a ton of cars or if there's empty spots in the parking lots, if we see anything cool. So we're gonna make a video of the inventory, but I wanted to go over this because some people are thinking about getting a new car towards the end of the year. It's not a bad time to buy, especially if you're looking at 2024. They want to get rid of those for the 2025s. So I would recommend going on CARMAX. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's just something I like to do. They're going to give you a written guarantee, so I prefer that more than Caleb Book. But nothing wrong with Caleb Book. It's very good too. Now, Caleb Book has changed. You can go ahead, put all your information on Caleb Book. They do say they give you an instant cash offer, but kind of the way they do it from what I've seen is it's dealerships around the area are basically going to say they're going to give you that, and then they want you to come in. A lot of that is they come in, they're going to look at your car to see if it's worth that. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen. From my experience, what I've seen is they'll shoot you a really good number, you get there, and sometimes they'll reappraise it, and they might try to give you a different number and just try to sell you a car at their lot. Now, that doesn't always happen, but you'll probably start getting a lot of phone calls. The good thing about CARMAX is no hassle. They're going to give you a written guarantee. You can take it. You don't have to. It's not going to be a lot of pressure. And at least you know that, hey, CARMAX is willing to give me this. You can take that in your back pocket to a car dealership that you're thinking about getting your car. If it's not CARMAX, and if they're giving you less than that, you can say, hey, I got CARMAX giving me this. Now, if you are in that situation where they're like, for example, they're giving you 20 grand for your car, and you go to another car dealership and they're giving you less, what they're going to tell you is, well, you're getting the tax savings by trading it in. So they're going to say it evens out, or technically you're getting a little bit more. I would say don't fall for that. Tell them, look, if you can't match CARMAX, because if you get them to match CARMAX, if you get them to give you 20K and you just trade it in at the dealership, you'll still get the tax savings, and it does work out in that case being more than CarMax, because if you sell it to CarMax, you won't get the tax savings. So if you can get them to at least match the CarMax offer, you're getting technically more because of the tax savings when you're trading in. Now, if for some reason they don't want to come up, I would just go to another car dealership. So those are just some of my opinions, some of my tips. You don't have to do it. I'm just expressing what I think would be smart to do. Hopefully this helps you if you are thinking about trading your car and you want to know what your car is worth. If it is information that you valued, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Right now we got a little bit of a drive, but as soon as we get close, I'll get the video recording again. All right, finally almost to CarMax, about half a mile, and it's gonna be to my right. It got dark on us. I hate this. I hate that it gets dark so early. It's only 6 o'clock and so it looks like it's 9 o'clock, but soon we'll go back to where it gets darker later. When does it get darker later?
In like the spring or the summer. Yeah.
Summer. So yeah, I like that. But here we're gonna be pulling in. So if you do go to a CarMax, they should all be the same, at least from my experience. You find a parking spot, and once you park and you walk in the building, there'll be a sliding glass door. Someone will greet you in the front. You just let them know, like, hey, I'm here to get my car appraised. Or if you went online and it told you that you had to come in, just tell them that, because sometimes when you walk in, they'll tell you about how you can do it online. And then somebody will come out, they'll look at your car, and they'll print that out to you, the how much they're willing to give you, and it'll be good up to 7 days. But there's going to be a little bit of wait because there's going to be other people and things like that. So usually it takes about 30 minutes. It could be a little bit quicker. It could be a little bit longer. It's just really good depending on how busy they are. But from what I'm seeing, they don't look super busy. Their lot does look like they have a lot of cars. And just something, if you didn't know this, also around tax season time, if you're just planning to sell your car and not buy a car, they usually actually give you more around that time, because a lot of people are getting their tax returns and then they use that money as a down payment to get a car. So around tax season, if you're just looking to exit your vehicle, usually you get more, from my experience. And tax season's not far away since this year's practically almost over. But you can see we're here at the CarMax parking lot. Right over is the sliding glass door. Now they're not gonna let us record inside the building like when we're doing it. So basically, like I said, you just walk in, you'll be greeted, let them know what you're doing. They'll have you go over to their little section in the corner, at least at this location. They'll take your keys and they'll ask you some more questions, and then you'll just sit down and wait. But what I'm gonna do while they're doing the appraisal, we're gonna walk the lot, we're gonna check out some cool cars, and I'm gonna head in. So let's see how it goes. Okay. All right, so I handed the keys off to the person inside. They took the information, and they said it's gonna take about 30 to 45 minutes, but the dealership looks pretty dead right now, so I don't think it's gonna take that long. But it gives me an opportunity also to show you the inventory here at CarMax and seeing how the car market's looking, right? There's a lot of videos about how the car market's doomed and things like that. So now that I'm here at the dealership, I can give you a real live look at what's going on, at least where I'm living, right? Also, don't forget, leave me some comments down below. Let me know how the car market's looking, you know, where you live, how you think things are going. But from what I'm seeing right now at the dealership, I'm surprised. I've been to CarMax a lot because I'm into cars. I usually switch out of cars pretty quickly. I do Toro. If you're curious about Toro, check out the description box. I got a link there about the things I use for Toro, and what that is a car sharing platform where you can put your car in rent. You can make it into a side hustle, make some additional income, or offset your payments, whatever you're thinking of doing. You may be able to do on Toro. So if you want to learn more about it, go ahead and check that out. See some of my other videos. But right now, being here at CarMax, I'm really surprised because there's a lot of empty spaces. It looks like they're not really trying to take in cars, so I'm expecting a low offer, because I don't think if they're buying a car, they really want it at a low price, probably, because I'm not seeing much inventory, and usually this place is slammed. So let me turn this around so you can see it for yourself. So right now I'm at CarMax, and look at all the empty spots. It's just empty, empty, empty. This is not typical at a CarMax from my experience, or even at a car dealership, right? Usually you see a lot of cars, so you can see that they're not piled up with inventory. I mean, there is inventory here, but not like I'm used to. Usually you see every single spot with a car and they would be overflowing. There'll be cars parked in front of each other. That's no longer the case. So I know the feds have been cutting rates this year. There's been 3 rate cuts, but I don't think it's been enough to really get the economy booming, even though the economy's not doing bad. So I don't know what to expect in 2025. My opinion is I do think 2025 is going to be a good year, but that's just my opinion, right? I'm not sure. So I like to know what you think, but right now I don't think the car market's doing great, and this could be a good opportunity, not for those that want to sell their car, but those of you that want to buy a car or need to buy a car, you may be able to get a good deal. But here in the back, they do have a lot of trucks. Here's a Raptor that caught my eye. This one's pretty nice, the burgundy. Got the F150. So some trucks for the truck guys and girls. I do like on the Raptor the sticker on the back. Some people, I know they take them off. I'm not a big fan. I actually do like that on the Raptor, the decal on the back. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, they got a good selection, at least back here, of trucks. But like I said, I know back here looks pretty full, but I am familiar with this place. I've been here a lot, and this is actually out over in the front. It's pretty low. They usually have a lot more inventory. So that to me just shows that they're not trying to take in as much cars because their sales are probably down. I can tell it's just by their inventory. Even though in the back is looking pretty filled, this whole place used to be filled. And it would have cars like this, like you see that Ford Escape, it would have cars in front of cars. But it's just the whole entire lot would be that way. But yeah, right now I'm just walking. These are not really catching my eyes, but I am gonna walk to a section where they have a little bit the higher end cars that I'm sure some of you will think are pretty nice, and we'll see the miles and everything that it has. But here we go. Here's the redesigned Toyota Tacoma 2024. I'm a big fan of the redesign. I really like this. Let's see what they're asking for these things. These things are pretty pricey, brand new. Let's see what they want for a used one. 1,000 miles, so they got, it's practically brand new, 2024, and they're asking 48,000. Now this one is a TRD off-road. It is 4x4. What do you think about the Tacoma at $48,000? Is that a good deal? Overpriced? I think you can find one of these used on Auto Trader, probably for a better price. But here's a close-up of the redesigned Tacoma. 4-cylinder. So right here, if you can see, it's gonna go over some payment options. It's saying if you have very good credit, at least with CarMax, it looks like 8.95, and you'd be looking about $864 a month, and that would be for 72 months without a down payment. Now that's all going to be based on credit, but I've seen where you can get, if you're financing a vehicle, depending on the credit in the car, you can get better interest rate than 8%, especially on a 2024, but of course that would be all depending on your credit. Let's see, this over here is the luxury SUV side over there, because a lot of those are Cadillacs. Over there is going to be some of the sport cars, the luxury ones. So I'm going to go over there and we'll see what we find. Let's see, there's a BMW X5 with some red brake calipers. I do like the red brake calipers, make a nice little pop there. here. As you can see, more empty spots. A lot of empty spots. Here's the IS. I used to have an IS. If you see some of my older videos, you'll see I had an IS 300. This is a 350. Pretty nice. These are the luxuries. Let me know if you see anything that caught your attention. There's a 392. I know those are pretty popular. Let's see what this is going for. 392 Hemi. 2020. 41,998 with 32,000 miles. And if you finance with 0 down, 72 months, looking at 756 with excellent credit, at least here at CarMax. What do you think of that? Got a Corvette here, then the redesign, the current body style, but with the brown guts. This one's going for 67,998 with 3,000 miles, 2020. Looking at 1,200 a month with 0 down. Oh wow, an M2's right behind it. I like the M2s. This is not the redesigned one. The redesign's really nice, but this is a nice M2. I think the price fell off on this one, but this one's really nice. All right, finished that CarMax, got my appraisal. It was pretty quickly. They were pretty dead today, so it was actually under 30 minutes. And you saw the last car I was checking out was the M2 Comp. It was pretty nice, saw some cool cars, but you could see how the spaces, a lot of empty spaces. I definitely feel that right now, if you're trying to trade in or sell your car, you're probably not gonna get the best offer because car dealerships are not selling that many cars. So they're trying to make more profit on them. That's my view. So if you're thinking about getting a car, you get a good deal. If you got to get out of a car, it's not going to be the best time. I think around tax season will be a better time to get out of the cars. If you want to know what I was getting for my truck, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make another video showing that. I'll reveal that. But hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, let me know. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out the description box and check out what I use for Toro and my fleet of cars. See you on the next one.